Well, a major setback for the Uddhav Thackeray camp of the Shiv Sena. The Supreme Court has allowed the Election Commission of India to continue with proceedings on the Eknath Shinde camp's plea, staking claim for the Shiv Sena symbol. The Supreme Court dismissed the plea of the Uddhav Thackeray camp, seeking a stay on the proceedings. Still, the disqualification of rebel MLAs is decided. There was an interim application moved by Uddhav Thackeray seeking a stay on the proceedings. No stay on the proceedings is what the Supreme Court has actually said at this stage. A couple of reactions coming in. Let's listen in.
Today, the court took up the application filed by some of the members saying that the proceedings before Election Commission to determine the claim of Eknath Shinde group as being the Shiv Sena should be stayed. The court heard the application in detail. After hearing the parties, the court decided that this application should be dismissed, and the main argument of Mr. Eknath Shinde and his group was that there can be no stay on the Election Commission, which basically has to decide that who has the numbers. And filing of this application by the group led by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray itself shows that they do not have the numbers to go and prove that they are the real Shiv Sena. So court has given the green signal that ECI will proceed. There cannot be any stay on the Election Commission's proceeding.
Well, my colleague Sohit joins us now for the very latest on this. Sohit, so what option now does the Uddhav Thackeray camp actually have?
Well, Vishnu, the only option is that they could fight this case at the Election Commission of India, saying that there were several rules and regulations that weren't followed, the rules that were made by the constitution of Shiv Sena that wasn't followed by not only Eknath Shinde but several others with him. So this is the only thing that is left as of now. I can tell you, Vishnu, that when this entire rebellion was happening, when Eknath Shinde along with others first went to Surat and then to Guwahati and then to Goa, at that time there was a choice before the CM Uddhav Thackeray, he was the chief minister at that time, to save either the government or to save the party, and he understood that saving the party is more important right now, and that's why there were whips that were issued. There were several times there were three-line whip issued asking the MLAs to come back for a meeting that was going to happen, but they did not come back, and that was one thing that they were hoping for, that the Supreme Court would agree that since the disqualification of 16 MLAs, that case is pending, they won't be speaking about or asking the Election Commission of India to take the case on who should the symbol go to. But as of now, since today the Supreme Court has decided, the only thing that they have is that they will have to fight before the Election Commission of India and try to show that yes, the symbol should go to them. But if we speak about say figures, Vishnu, out of the total 55 MLAs that Shiv Sena has, 40 of Shiv Sena MLAs, the MLAs who contested the election on the bow and arrow symbol and they won the election, they are with Eknath Shinde. At the same time, out of the 18 MPs, 12 MPs are with Eknath Shinde. Several district presidents are with him. So as of now, it seems like that Eknath Shinde is benefiting from the rule that has from today's decision of Supreme Court. However, as I said, now it is it will go to the Election Commission of India, and over there we will come to know that who exactly will get the symbol and how long it will take. Because when this is happening, the BMC elections are going to will be happening in few months in Mumbai, and it is the richest municipal corporation where Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction Shiv Sena has been in power for the last 25 years. But this year there are two factions in Shiv Sena. A lot of MLAs are going to the Eknath Shinde faction, and that is why at that time the Election Commission will have to decide who could
so we'll wait to see what the Election Commission actually has to do over there. So hit lots of key points. But let me go across to Chandrasekhar Jha, Shiv Sena spokesperson, somebody who represents the Uddhav Thackeray camp. We're also joined by Asif Bhamla of the BJP. Remember, the BJP and the Shinde side are allied in Maharashtra presently. Chandrasekhar Jha, my question to you, what option do you now have?
See, we right now have the option only to go before the Election Commission of India. Now the thing is that it has to be proved before the Election Commission of India that the party symbol cannot go to the Shinde group. Basically, the Election Commission will decide upon those issues, and the case of disqualification will be decided by the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court. It is now very clear, and we don't think that we will lose before the Election Commission of India.
Okay. Asif Bhamla, this now goes to the Election Commission of India. If, on the other hand, the Election Commission of India says that the Uddhav camp is no longer the real Shiv Sena, what are the implications for your formation in Maharashtra?
See, our formation is already crystallized, and I think they're doing a fair job. We, as far as the party and the government, that's one side of the issue. And if I may say, BJP has got nothing to do with this tug of war between both the Senas. This is their internal matter. They deal with it. They address it, and we are not even tweeting about it. We aren't even we don't want to even get much into it. But again, let me also submit that there's a big boost from the apex court to the Shinde camp, and they've already authorized the the Election Commission to take a legitimate call, which I'm sure the Election Commission would, on the basis of the numbers, because if you ask me, right from 55 MLAs, there are 45 MLAs with the Shinde camp, there are more than 12 member parliaments with the Shinde camp, the corporators, the Zilla Samiti members, the district presidents, the Gram Panchayat Sadasya, they are all in a very big chunk. Don't interject. You can speak when your term comes. I think there should be some sense of decency. So all this is in a very big chunk there with the Shinde camp, and I'm sure and of course, as far as the validity of the MLA is concerned, the Supreme Court will
Okay. Let me. You made your point, Mr. Bhamla. One sec, sir. One sec. We don't want a monologue. What a debate. Mr. Jha, would you like to respond to that? He points out numbers of the total 55 MLAs, for example. 40 are in the Shinde camp. So therefore, what right do you have over the symbol?
See, the question of disqualification still remains, and the Election Commission cannot go beyond the Constitution. 10th schedule is very clear that the MLAs or MPs who have been disqualified by the party cannot participate in other government affairs, or they cannot form any other government without merging themselves into the new party or taking steps going with the BJP. So that is very clear. So Election Commission will also not go beyond the Constitution.
So that, Mr. Jha, is what you are sort of waiting on, to see where your legal proceedings on disqualification, which are also presently being heard, where that actually stands. That is the only leg on which the Uddhav camp presently has any chance, right, Mr. Jha?
Yes. Basically, you have to see that those who have gone to the Shinde camp are no longer related with the real Shiv Sena, which is ours. And this party was formed in 1966. You have to see the constitution also. Yeah. It is a cadre-based party, and the cadre belongs to the party itself. The cadre base is nearly around 1 crore right now. So that cadre has to be seen. That cadre belongs to Shinde group, or the cadre belongs to Thackeray Sahib group.
All right. Mr. Bhamla, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure the cadres, the strength would obviously, it's not too far. The Dasra Merawa is there, and I'm sure both parties are going to be working towards that. But let me also submit, not coming on any or taking any sides of anyways, but the custodian of Balasaheb Thackeray, the late Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy would be decided on on his history, or his party structure would be more. This should be more decided on the basis of his own of the way his own leadership functioned, okay, and his principles and his ethos, his philosophy, which I think personally have been compromised in a very big.
Take a decision whether Mr. Eknath Shinde is on constitutional post or not.
Again, you see, you guys, you have these.
Mr. Bhamla, go ahead. We are listening to you.
Some civility in debates. So you see, the ethos and the history, the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray was the first thing which Uddhavji compromised with by aligning with the Congress, whom Balasaheb Thackeray stayed to an extent that if I have to be aligned with the Congress, I would shut shop. And he not only that, he fought against the Congress.
All right, okay, sir. I want Mr. Jha to just respond to that very briefly.
He routed the state.
All right, the legacy of Balasaheb, it's something we've heard in the past.
And you have foregone.
Okay, all right, okay, Mr. Bhamla, half a second, sir. Half a second, sir. Mr. Jha, would you like to quickly respond to that before I wrap this up?
Yeah,
you've lost the legacy,
I would like to tell,
right, the right to the legacy of Balasaheb.
the custodian.
The first thing I would tell the BJP person that the legacy of Bala Sahib is being forgotten by the BJP itself. How much help he has done to BJP, that has been forgotten till now. Second thing, the legacy of Bala Sahib was very clear. It would depend upon the facts and the circumstances to form government with whom and in whatever circumstance the position stands. Now Eknath Shinde-led and others were facing ED, CBI charges, and thereafter they shifted to form a fraudulent government with BJP. And in that scenario, who is following the Bala Sahib's principle is very clear.
You won on Mr. Modi's
all right, okay, all right, gentlemen, we can't carry on if you keep fighting like this. But obviously, it's a big, it's a problem. What has been decided today for the Uddhav camp, as far as that signal, the symbol of the party is concerned, the Election Commission will continue to decide.